great into our next topic, gaming news. Gaming news these past few weeks have been really under par. E3 is coming up in a little over 2.5 weeks, and unfortunately, everyone is just keeping all their news, just kept it in tight-knit. They don't want anything getting out, any of the awesome things they might be talking about at E3, and for that, there's just not many cool things that are being talked about. There's just not much news. So this isn't the greatest amount of news, but here's what's been so far what I know about. For the Nintendo, the 3DS is getting some more themes, and these are all Pokemon themed. There's a Mega Charizard, a Pokemon Shuffle, and another one theme that you can buy. I think they're standard price, like the $1 or $2, whatever themes are costing these days. But again, couple sound effects in a background, not the greatest thing, but it's better than like not having anything. And since America doesn't have the smaller new 3DS, we don't have all those cool faceplates. With the Pokemon theme, Pokemon Shuffle, Nintendo's free-to-play game, or free-to-download, as they say, got a massive update. There is so much. I suggest if you want to know more, I'm not going to go into this because there's like 10 or 11 things, but Pokemon Shuffle, go to the website and read through it. There is tons of just massive amounts of updates to this game to make it a better game, a more full game. It's just huge, and I'm kind of surprised at how big this Nintendo's first free game is, considering this wasn't that massive, not that big on many people's radars, but all of a sudden this game just blew up. And to that note, the reason they're doing this update is because it's been downloaded 4 million times. Again, that's not a great attach rate when you look at how many 3DSs are out there, but for a free-to-play game, people are checking up on this, and they're putting some time and effort into this game, so Nintendo is responding in kind. If you're going to download and show some enjoyment in this game, we're going to update it, we're going to add some more to this game and make it a better experience for you. On the Sony side, like I just said, PlayStation Plus games were released, 2 for each game, so 2 PS4, 2 PS3, and 2 PS Vita, but if you have a PS4, then you can also get the PS Vita games, so they're cross download, technically. So for the Vita, which we care about, we are getting Super Exploding Zoo, and yes, the game looks weird, it sounds weird, it is pretty much animals versus aliens, and how you kill these aliens is you have a giant death ball of zoo animals and they explode, and that's how they get rid of the aliens. If I get my PlayStation Plus subscription, I do not know if this is going to be the game that I'm going to put that much time into. To be honest, after seeing these 2 games released, I don't know, even though my birthday is in June, I don't know if I want to start my subscription this month. The other game is Futuridium EP Deluxe. It's just a space game. You're a spaceship, you're going straight down through the Vita, and you're going through puzzles and obstacles, and similar kind of to Race the Sun, only Race the Sun is kind of a flat plane. This is very three-dimensional in the term of you're always going straight ahead, but you're moving off to the sides and rotating all these puzzles around to get farther through them. But 2 very similar games in my idea. And as bad as this game looks, it's got a semi-good soundtrack. It's not amazing. It's kind of a techno-y racing music, but of the two, I'd probably put more time into this game than Super Exploding Zoo. And to be honest, I'll probably completely laugh at myself when next time I do a podcast, I talk only about Super Exploding Zoo. Excuse me. On this news, there's really nothing I can talk about again for smart devices. There is nothing good. I have been checking almost daily to see what new games are coming out on smart devices. And I said last time, I'm going to say it again, smart device, the amount of games, it just looks like a giant trash can of games. Everyone is releasing free-to-play games, cheap games for 99 cents. No one is... They're just mass-producing these games to try and get these hits and throw ads in to get people to come buy more stuff, but there's just nothing unique, nothing amazing and memorable that's coming out on smart devices. People always talk about how Japan isn't doing as much on their portable games. There isn't as many people playing their 3DS or the Vita. They're putting on their smartphone and playing on the way to work, on the train, on the subway, all that stuff, but they must have better games than what we're getting in America, because I go on there and I look for a new game, and unless someone's talking about it, someone's playing it, or I'm seeing someone play it, I'm really don't care. However, still, smart devices still hold appeal. People sit at the table while they're waiting for their food, and two people are out hanging out together, and they're just sitting there playing their games. Which is kind of taking away our social aspects, and we're just kind of sitting back and not talking, not communicating, and just playing games. Good for games, not so good for America's well-being. Now, this is the honorable mention for gaming news. And I know it's not specifically, it's not a portable game yet. And I say the yet in hopes that it will become one. But I want to talk about it a little bit. I'm asking questions to people on different sites discussing this game, but I am saying it's an honorable mention because I hope, I pray, I believe that this game would be a perfect portable game. It would be perfect for the Vita, and it may not run on the 3DS. Maybe the new 3DS has a little more processor. It could handle this game, and it's not a super graphical game, but I want this game to come out on a console that I can actually play it on. Because right now, I love this game, but it's not coming out on anything I can play it yet. And that game is, if you've been paying attention to the news over the last few weeks, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, another IGA game, and if you don't know who that is, look at Castlevania and look who created it. And yes, IGA is the guy that created almost every single one of the older Castlevania games, at least pretty much all of the 2D games. And he just announced a Kickstarter for this game not too long ago. I think it's only been about halfway. I think 16 days are done. At the time of this recording, there's 16 days left to go. Target goal funding was $500,000. They passed that in 4 hours and funded this game on PS4, Xbox One, and PC/Steam. However, it is now 16 days to go. They have $2.8 million on this funded, and they just announced that if they hit $3 million, they will put this on the Wii U. Now, Iga hates touchscreens. He says he does not want to program for this, and to be honest, he might not do a ton of the programming. He may do a lighter touch in the creating of this game, or he could be hardcore into making this game himself. And that's not to say he's got a studio that's going to be creating this game, but we will see what kind of time and effort he puts into creating this game. Now, he hates touchscreens. However, now that it's on the Wii U, I can't understand why, if this got a little bit more money, this should get funded for the Vita first if possible. And with the amount of love, you'd think Shuhei Yoshida would see how much people care about this game and Iga and his team and be like, hey, people care about this game, we gotta get it out there on some other devices. I mean, I doubt it's going to come out on the Xbox 360 and the PS3, since once this game runs out of days, it's going to take about 2 years before this game actually comes out. So Xbox 360 and PS3 are pretty much dead at that point. But the Wii U still might be around a little bit, and hopefully, the amount of love and support can get Iga to decide to make a new stretch goal, maybe to 3.25 million, that it comes out on the Vita. Because I'm right now toying with the idea of, if it hits 3 million, of putting in my money and backing this game so I can get a copy on the Wii U. I'd rather have a copy on the Vita or 3DS, but it's not there yet. And to be honest, I'm asking questions. I've messaged Iga, I've messaged Inti, and I don't have connections to these people they have links and they say, you want to contact us, you want to ask questions, do so. And I'm sending out questions. I'm like, what would it take for this game to get moved to the Vita? I mean, is it really that much for a 2.5D game? How cannot the Vita not handle this? It's a powerful machine. It's got to be able to run this. Can we get enough support to get this back on this device? I've messaged Kind of Funny about this, because if you watch their Twitch channel, their live shows, you've seen what power they have. They say, hey, we really like this game, we got the guy right here, he'd love to put it on the Vita. Will you, they send out a tweet, including like Shuhei in it or Sony or whatnot, and all of a sudden it gets retweeted 3,000, 6,000 times, and then someone contacts them and they're like, hey, we'd be glad to talk to this person and talk about maybe getting this game on this device. So I'm putting out questions, and I know it's a busy time, E3's coming up, but I gotta hope that this game somebody looks at the demand and sees that even though there aren't many Vitas out there, maybe there's a way that this game can come out on a portable handheld, because I really don't just want to play this on my Wii U. But that's why it's just an honorable mention. The funding's there, but it's not. If this game doesn't get put on one of these portable gaming handheld devices, I'm really not going to be talking about it too much, and that saddens me, because I am super excited for this game, and I want it to come out on a portable device so I can talk about it more.